Hi guys, I'm Heather. Happy February. I am so glad that you are here. I'm so excited about February, y'all. Last year, I started this thing called Free Book February, where I don't buy books in February. I use the term free very loosely because some of these books are from Kindle Unlimited, which is not free, but it kind of feels like it's free because, you know, the money just gets taken out and then it feels like you have access to all of these free books for a very affordable price. So these are books that either I already own, I can get from the library, I can get from Kindle Unlimited, I can borrow from friends, that whole situation. Some of these I did buy at the very, very tail end of January. It's actually January the 31st as I'm filming this video. So if I have the book in the TBR, I already have it and I'm not spending money on it. It is hard. It's kind of like a month-long book buying ban, but y'all, I have so many books on my TBR and I already have a plan for all of the vlogs I want to film in February. And I'm really excited about all of them. And I know I'm gonna need the time to A, read the books, B, film the vlogs, and C, edit the vlogs, that I feel like this TBR is manageable, it's doable, and it's realistic. I hope. So I'm going to tell you about the books in the order I intend to read them and the order of the vlogs I intend to put out. All that aside, let's talk about the books that I want to read. We're going to start with a book that I'm not sure many of you have heard of, and I'm really excited to be talking about it on my channel. I'm actually even going to film a spoilery vlog, which might sound crazy for a book you haven't all heard of, but that book is this book called House of Flame and Shadow that just came out. I feel super hipster introducing it to y'all. I'm just kidding. This is the third book in Crescent City and everybody in the world has heard of it by this point. I am so excited. I am already 100 pages deep into this and I am loving every minute. It's really cool because I read the first one. I wasn't really spoiled for it. The second one, I got spoiled for it and it took me 2 years to actually read it. I read it last month for the first time ever. And even though I was spoiled for the ending of it, it was such a fun experience. And this one I'm going into completely blind and I'm just having fun experiencing the world in real time with fellow SarahJMaas fans. And I couldn't be more excited to be back with Bryce and the crew. Like I said, I'm gonna have a spoiler-filled vlog coming out next week. So obviously, if you have read it by that point, you can watch it. And if you haven't read it yet, it will be there for you to watch when you're ready. But can't say anything else about this one. I don't want to spoil anything, but the following week, I intend to have a Cowboy Romance week. That's right, yeehaw. And there's a reason I want to film a Cowboy Romance vlog, and I'm not gonna tell you the reason yet. And I'm also not gonna tell you the name of the Cowboy Romance series I intend to do on my channel. My best friend came up with it, and I want it to be like a premiere. I want it to be a big deal. And we're gonna start my Cowboy Romance series with 2 books I'm excited about. I have them both on Kindle. The first one is Done and Dusted by Lila Sage. I did buy this one on Kindle. I don't know anything about it except that it's a cowboy romance and I have reasons to read a cowboy romance, big reasons. So we're gonna read that one. It's got the cutest cover in the world. Love the art style of it. And who knows what it's about? Who knows? I don't know. There's cowboys in it and there's love in it. And it's February and love is in the air. Second one that I'm gonna read is Flawless in the Chestnut Spring series by Elsie Silver. I do know that this one is about a bull rider and he's a bad boy and his agent pairs him up with her daughter for positive PR or something and they fall in love. Say no more. I also think it's like a Canadian setting. But y'all, find me somebody on the internet that doesn't like the Chestnut Spring series because I haven't found them. We're talking on TikTok, on Instagram, on BookTube. Everybody loves the Chestnut Spring series. So that one is available on KU and I already have it downloaded to my library to read at my leisure. We are also going to have ourselves a cozy romantasy vlog in February. I have been itching for some fantasy romance, but with all of the SarahJMaas I have read in the last several months, I need some lower stakes fantasy romance. So here are the 2 books we're gonna read for that vlog. Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater. This book was kindly gifted to me by Keisha at A Book Like You, and also Assistant to the Villain. And this book was kindly gifted to me by Kindle from Bookphoria. Y'all, BookTube is full of the sweetest people in the world. Without the presence of gifts, I would still say that Keisha and Kindle are two of the sweetest people I have ever had the pleasure of interacting with. They are so sweet and real and genuine. Love them. First, we're going to read Half a Soul. This takes place in kind of Regency era London, except there's magic, and our main character, Theodora, has a curse to where she only has half a soul. She doesn't quite understand social cues, social interactions, and she's just different, but she's hoping her luck will turn around during ball season, and there may be a magic sorcerer that she comes into contact with. So other than that, I don't really want to know anything else before I open this book up. I'm just really, really excited to read it and experience the cozy romance, everything I need. And then this one is really cool because I followed this author on TikTok before this book was published, before she even had a book deal, and she would just make these skits. This girl named Evie who became assistant to a villain and their kind of workplace crush romance situation, and it's really quirky and fun, and I can only imagine that she's going to bring the same quirkiness into the novel. So I'm really excited, and she's just announced that there's going to be a sequel, so that makes me all the more excited. Also, growing up, I hated the color combo purple and red. I can't really explain why. The colors together just made me mad. But here it works so well because we've got this like royal purple with all these red details, and the red sprayed edges just look so good. And then the last book that is on my must-read TBR is so exciting because Jessie, Reading with Jess, asked me to be a co-host for the Sleep When I'm Dead book club for the month of February. As more information comes about the live show and any reading sprints that may be happening, I will definitely link them down below, but we would absolutely love for you to join and read along with us and then join the live discussion at the end of the month. But the book I have also bought on Kindle in advance of February, so I did not spend money on this book in February, is The Clinic by Kate Quinn. And this book sounds so good and so unique for a thriller. It follows this mental rehab wellness clinic, and this girl dies there under suspicious circumstances, and her sister decides that she's not okay with the way this death has been left and handled and wrapped up, and so she checks herself into the clinic as a patient and begins investigating all of the suspicious ties to her sister's death. Obviously, with the subject of mental illness, mental health, and just health in general, I feel like the author is really going to have to handle these subjects with sensitivity and love and care. But if Kate Quinn can do that, I really do think that the setup for this thriller is unique and not something that I've read before. So I'm excited to read and discuss with Jessie, and also my friend Hope from Hope on the Coast will be a fellow co-host, and I am going to have a spoiler vlog for this that goes up after the Sleep When I'm Dead book club discussion. So if you join that discussion and you've read the book and want to kind of see my real-time reactions, I will have a vlog up just on that. Are you reading any of the books that I will be reading this February? If so, please leave them in the comments below. If you have any ideas for themed vlogs that you would like to see in the future, or you have any cowboy romance recommendations for future videos, leave those in the comments below. And if you're not reading any of these books in February, let me know the book that you are most excited about getting to, because I just think it's gonna be a good reading month. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss any bookish content from me. As always, my social media is linked down below in the description box, and I look forward to seeing you in another video very soon. Bye guys.